Scars on your ankles from the chains you once wore. I look up and say thank you for all you gave to me. From my father before me, who may not ever know me. From your head down to your ankles, I will always recognize you. I look up and say thank you for all you gave to me. Don't understand the conditions that brought you down, but I can see by your expression every time you come around that you're a real magician with blue days and black nights. I have learned another lesson. I am so excited. I look up to your confession and all you gave to me. I look up to the angels and you're not there. You've got scars on your ankles from the chains you once wore. I look up and say thank you for all you gave to me. All I can do is say thank you.
Is that working at all? Getting everything off for you to pick up. Batteries must be shot. Yeah. You don't have any 9 volts in it. I have one. The 57 sound isn't that bad. I just that bad. What is that bad? Well, you're hearing. That actually sounds really good if I through some batteries and if I were entirely professional.
Yeah, the buzz is just mainly this reverb thing, which in the West may get more than usual.
Kind of fun and excitement that we present as often as possible at Knit Active. We would like to hear from you, so email us should you need to. And I'm going to be signing off shortly, but Chris Harford's going to play a few songs for us. Chris has done about 3 or 4 records himself, including one for Elektra. This is his most recent, Chris, right?
Yes, that's
Band The Changes. Chris Harford's Band The Changes. It always features, he's had great musicians on all his projects, and this one's no different. And on a lot of his records you will find members of Mean, and you will find Mark Mulcahy, Kevin Salem, James Scarpintoni. The list really goes on and on. Richard Thompson has performed with him, and it's great to have him doing this. So please welcome Chris Harford.
Thank you very much, man. It's nice to be here at the Knitting Factory. I want to say happy birthday to Bob Marley. Yeah. Hello to all the kids, Fuckwheat and Magical Pig and Sea Hag, E-Girl, Serotonin, Electric Girl, John and Corinne. Is it you who wants to be remembered for your will? Could it be that you have lost your sense of self? You always said you buy it off the shelf. But what ails you now is draining you your health. Dragonfly, I'll cry for you. Dragonfly, if you'll fly for me. Well, I wonder as I wander through these times, how you catch your head but lost your simple mind. Spread your wings and sail on down the line. All the while I pray that you're doing fine. Dragonfly, I'll cry for you. Dragonfly, if you fly for me. Well, I came here caterpillar, and I'm leaving butterfly. Dragonfly, I'll cry for you. Yes, dragonfly, fly for me, fly for me, fly for me. I came here caterpillar, and I'm leaving butterfly. Yes, I came here caterpillar, and I'm leaving butterfly. Thank you, New York City, Ohio. Can shoot the West, how they protest, careening down the highway in your silver. You've got a bloody nose, you need some Noxema cream. Joe Strummer's Midnight Dream. A reunion of Woodstock, lost face on a mailbox. And were you there? Do you remember hearing Diana humming God Save the Queen? This is Joe Strummer's Midnight Dream. Change the day, rearrange its face, and pull the plug on an otherwise doldrum place. And it never is all that it seems, 'cause this is Joe Strummer's Midnight Dream. Nitroglycerin and brew cream, and cinnamon on is putting on his afro sheen. Joe Strummer's midnight dream. Took the train on out of here, then I burned the bridge. Took the train on out of here, I burned the bridge. When I get to Tennessee, I'll put myself on the ridge. Standing on the ridge, how far can I see? Standing on the ridge, Lord, how far can I see? When I get to Georgetown, I'll see differently. Dream I played all my dimes on the Ferris wheel. Played all my dimes on the Ferris wheel. And I left with a kiss, left with a seal. With the promise to be real. I'd like to play one last song for you tonight on the internet, out into the world. You can visit chrisharford.com and order all the records. We'll plug in there for you. The song's called Leaf of Fall. The stolen powerboat, searching for her brother up and down the coast, 'cause he had a dream, 1,000 hairy schemes that he did boast. As he slipped his naked body into the flowing Gulf Stream, he came here to hide the artifacts of a childhood fiend. As he slipped his naked body into the flowing Gulf Stream, he came here to hide the artifacts of a childhood fiend. Casper the friendly ghost, and there was Speed Racer, and don't forget Dodo the kid from outer space. He had high wheels and pipe bombs, plastic battleships, all for the human race. I am the leaf of fall, burning in color, destined to die unto the soil of Mother's Earth, from where we came, growing from this tree, dreams for my family, 'cause we're stuck up on the circle track. We're off to the sky and back, you and me are the same. We're going back to where we came. She had a hunch he was underneath the Mickey suit in Disney World. Little did we know he had cashed it all and he chose the underworld. Dwell in the crevice of the river's heart, smell the sensation from the very start. The gentle whistle of the water crisp, gliding cleanly goes our silver ship. Fathom the stronghold he has on Mother Nature's tide. 'Cause it was only a duck showing movies with his eyes whom he could confide. I am the leaf of fall, burning in color, destined to die unto the soil of Mother's Earth, from where we came. People love to see people fail. People love to see the dreams set sail. The dreams set sail. If it's always looking to engulf you, if it's always looking to satirize and wolf you, then all y'all can. Destined to die unto the soil of Mother's Earth, from where we came. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hey, Glenn Max here. We're in the Knit Active laboratory here at the Knitting Factory. The show is called The Song. We're in our 5th or 6th episode interviewing songwriters and finding out just exactly what makes them tick, putting them on edge, digging deep inside, finding out just what the hell goes on when a few hours goes by or a few days or a few weeks, and they end up in a song with a song somewhere along the way, and just what qualifies that to them. And we've had some wonderful people on the show, and tonight is no different. We have with us Chris Harford, who has been playing New York City for quite a while. Has performed here at the Knitting Factory, and is a well-known entity. It might be called an entity around town in the songwriting department. And Matt Keating, who I would have to say the same thing, plays here a lot. I mean, you know, one thing which I hadn't really intended to start this way, but there's something about you guys that you're like critical raves. You're still slugging it out on the scene. Critical raves. Is that something you're comfortable with? I mean, is it get tiresome? Is it
critical raves?
Yeah, a critic. Do you feel like is critic starling somehow a demeaning term?
It's what you get when you don't get money.
Right. You become critic
Well, I
starling.
mean, and then there's like no rave, you know. So it's like at least you get a critical.
That's true. So it's better. It's
Like some kind of rave.
you'll accept it for what it is. Both of you guys really are that, greatly admired as songwriters and as lyricists, and it's nice to have you, and it's nice to have been able to get to know your music over the last few years. I might add Matt, I've known even longer than that. We go back way too far, and it's awfully nice to have you. And so let's talk a little bit about what the process is for you writing a song. First of all, is it different every time? Does it have to be, is there a certain method that works best for you?
Look at me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. There's no method other than just to keep it open, like to be channeling your mind, because it's filled with all these song ideas. So just if you can keep it open so that they can slip out or formulate themselves, then that's the method really. And then you can try the lyrics first, the music first, or both together, or different structures. But
Will you sit down, are you intentionally sitting down to write a song when it happens, or does it sometimes just happen?
both, definitely both. Yeah, probably the better ones are when they just happen, but that's not something you can control. So yeah.
Same for you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I'll just kind of carry a notebook and a pad, and a line will come up, or I'll hear some conversation, and I'll hear a phrase or something, and then it'll lodge in my brain, and then I'll be strumming, and then it'll come out, and it'll kind of open up the doors to this whole other submerged idea that was walking around inside me.
It seems like starting with the lyrics would be the more difficult of the two methods. Is that not correct?
Well, it's like for me, I'm always strumming, and I've always got musical ideas. It's more of like when you get a lyric idea, it's actually a song. Before then, for me, it's just kind of an instrumental around the house, you know.
Oh, okay. So the lyrics sort of throws the early phases of the strum into song mode. It's sort of like shifting gears a little bit.
Well, it kind of gives it a concrete entity for, for the music, or it gives it a direction.
And for you also, lyrics first, is that necessarily easier, or?
I know that when friends like Mark Mulcahy will send me lyrics, it's very easy to put to music when they're like finished. If I can see them and I see the rhyme scheme or something. My own lyrics, it's something a bit more abstract. It's something you sort of like formulate, try to fight through and piece together. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but a lot of times you hear people like, oh, I don't care about lyrics, It doesn't matter to me or what it sounds like. But obviously for me and Matt, I think it's something we think about a lot, and we put a lot of importance on it.
Does it, how do you know when a set of lyrics is done? Or for the song, for that matter, how do you know when are you ever happy with it? Do you finish it and say, this is it, I got it, or?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's something you feel like you could actually sing night after night, and not go like, what am I singing?
I was walking to the club here tonight, and I just recorded a song, and I was walking here, thought of a better verse for it, and I realized it's too late. So I'm like, oh, that was the verse that would have made it all make sense.
Right.
Now, is it too late once you record it?
Well, not you can sing it live differently.
Right.
And then I figured out why people, I used to never understand when I was a kid, I'd be reading the lyric sheet, and the lyric sheet would be different from what they were singing. I realized it was because you know, they changed it later, and
In progress.
yeah, they just will put the right lyrics in there.
So have you ever taken one of your songs and just scrapped a set of lyrics or scrapped an entire verse for what you thought was a better verse just to sing it live that way?
Oh yeah.
And what kind of reactions have you? I'm sure there's a whole catalog of them that you've gotten to certain responses you've gotten to certain songs. Some that maybe were accurate or too accurate, and others that were bizarre.
It's weird, you know. Just you mean from a critical response or just
You're
a
a fan, you know, fan, friend, someone in the audience. You think
yeah, a lot of times people will say, "I just love that you really addressed this issue," and it wouldn't be something I even thought that the song was about. But it doesn't matter
Do
really.
you tell
'Cause
them straight up that they're whack, that they're reading too much into it?
no, because I think songs are very, you know, come from an unconscious language that pretty much anyone can put their own meaning into.
Mhm.
A lot of times, sometimes they're very specific, but
Likewise, people's
Get
reaction.
away from the kid. That's whack. I like that. I'm gonna try that.
Try that
I'm gonna
sometime.
try that. That's totally whack. That's get away.
Might be part of the reason why my music career was short-lived. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with that. Yeah, I was. You know, sometimes I didn't have a comment. I just would say that anyway.
Well, have you had that experience where you find out what the real lyrics are, and you think the ones that you thought were, you know, they were the shit?
Yeah,
You
yeah. We've had people
know,
actually.
big disappointment.
Yeah, we've had people on this show actually talk about it. That someone this was Joseph Arthur. Someone came up to him and said, "Hey, I love this lyric when you say this." He's like, "That wasn't a lyric, but that's so much better than what I had."
Right.
He said, "I'm going to use that," and of course, she threatened to sue him or something. Let's see. So in the songwriting process, how open, when you bring it to the band, when it goes in front of an audience, how much can it change? Do you just sort of let it have a life of its own and wherever it can go, or are there certain things you want that, like, you hate to see it get changed? You got to cut a verse. How about cutting a verse? How painful, when you got the perfect set of lyrics, is it to cut a verse because it's better for the song?
usually I don't do that by the time I take it to a band or play it live. Usually when I'm playing a song live, it's they usually don't change. You know, because I usually won't even put something on a record until it has kind of a sense to me that it's a finished work.
Mm-hmm. Do you need to know what a song is about? Do you sometimes finish it and really not kind of know what it's about, but you still like the lyrics?
Yeah, no, I don't need to know what the song's about. The subconscious can tell me later, 10 years later, I can go, oh, that's what that song is about.
Same for you?
Yeah.
I think to get back to your earlier point, though, about whether it's better for the song, I think you nailed it on the top of the head. But if you know that it's better for the song, there's no problem yanking out a verse or whatever. And I think that's the key, is like, am I serving the song? And for me, it can evolve and can change. When it gets to the band, it can take a life of its own. Maybe not lyrically, but musically, definitely, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's all about serving the song, you know. Like you said, I think that nailed it.
How often have you found yourself in a situation where just one of the songs that's typically in your set, you're just not relating to it at all. It's just crap to you now. But it's still it still somehow belongs in your set. People are still requesting it. Or how have you dealt with situations like that?
I mean, if I'm on stage and I suddenly hate a song, I'll cut it immediately from the set. You know, if I'm just like, I can't do this right now.
This has happened.
Yeah, it might even happen in about 5 minutes, actually.
Are there songs in your set of your wide oeuvre that you have cut now?
Wide oeuvre. I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, well, you don't want to know. We're changing the whole website now to try to get more viewers. So wideoeuvre.com is going to be what we're going with. Are there songs you don't play anymore? Won't play?
No, I'll pretty much play any song. I mean, there's this one song that there's this guy when I go to England. He comes up to me, he's on my first record. He's like, "You got to play that song," and I can't remember the chords. I don't know how I wrote, because it was kind of an obscure song, and 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 I've gone back a couple times, and he writes me threatening, like I'm only going to come to your show if you do this song. And I've tried really hard to figure. I cannot remember how to play it. So, too bad about that.
Have you written a song that was somehow either too honest and too revealing and proved to be problematic to perform it live?
No, not for a sensitive singer-songwriter type.
No.
You
got it too revealing, yeah.
Otherwise, you might as well just get off the pop.
And
Yeah.
what about the case of you write the song and it's too revealing about someone else who may be in the room, or people who just assume that the song is about them? Does that happen as well?
It's like it's one of the pitfalls of the trade, I
You
guess.
fucked
yeah.
up as a writer, I think, if they find out.
Yeah.
Really?
Cover your tracks.
So the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend who comes to your show and says, just like, I know what that song's about. I can't believe you said that.
You say, well, that's not about you at all.
Right. Okay, so, all right. Well, we're gonna jump to the musical portion of tonight's show, and Matt Keating's gonna set up. I should mention Matt has a few albums out on the Alias record label, and they can be found almost anywhere. And this one's called Killjoy, and it's quite good. Let's see what's on this one. These are good songs. Lots of good songs. The Fruit You Can't Eat, I hope we might hear that one tonight. I see now I'm making requests. That stuff's awesome. It's really good, and I recommend you go out and find it. Hopefully in the months ahead on Knit Active, you'll also be able to order artists' music through our website, and that's hopefully what we're moving toward here. In the weeks to come, we have a lot of great shows coming up, so we hope you'll check back with us, including people such as Mary Lou Lord and let's see, Gary Meister, I believe, will be doing a show here, and forgetting all Steve Wynn is coming up on February 20th, and with Tim Foljan, I'm not sure Tim's last name. Yeah, I should have gotten my notes there. But without much further ado, it is with great pleasure that I get to introduce Matt Keating.